Hi guys. Okay. I was given a bunch of colour photo albums. These ones actually fold out. So there's twice as many as you think. And a lot of the photos aren't great. I mean, there's some nice ones. You may recognise some of the Sydney Harbour ones. I put some in those packs I made up in a previous video. But a lot of them, they're not great. And they don't mean anything to anyone, I suppose, other than the person that took them. This is some girl guide, some parade. There's the girl guides. Now, you know me, I like to use everything I'm given, or stuff that comes into my life. I like to recycle in junk journals. So the nice photos, I will put those into journals and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of travel photos in these albums. I've got quite a few, and a lot are like hotel rooms and their food and stuff like that. So they're not really, you know, they're not great junk journal ones. If they're beautiful mountains and stuff like that, I've been pulling them out, and I'll use some in, you know, nature journals and gardening journals and all that sort of stuff if they're nice. But a lot of them, they're not great photos. So say this one. These are a few I've pulled out. This, I think they were taking a photo of a bird or something here, but I can't quite tell. But it's not a great photo. There's some of, you know, this is some sort of rock face, some sort of little plant or weed, a tree. There may be a bird or something in there. I couldn't see one, but who knows. There's a lot of aerial shots when whoever took the photos was in a plane. There's some more rocky mountains. I mean, some of them are pretty. Like, I really like this, but what to do with them? Some little flower, water lily. Don't know. There were also a lot when they were traveling. They took photos of maps and everything at museums and nature parks and all that sort of stuff. A lot of nature. There's another map. I don't know. What is this one? Some sort of garage. Anyway, so I do have a few projects on the go, which I will show you using these photos. Using the ugly photos that, you know, you wouldn't put in a journal. There's, yeah, what to do with them. Anyway, you'll see a lot of photo projects popping up lately. So, what I'm making is, I've made a few already. These are so basic. I feel stupid showing you, but I know we've all got these, you know, photos that are out of focus, or you don't even know who the people are anymore in the photos. It's been so long ago. Photos are duplicates, old ugly ones, someone's head got in the way, whatever. So I thought I'll film all of my photo projects, even if they're really easy, just to give you some ideas. Because once you get a few ideas, you can then take that idea and run with it and make it bigger and better. Anyway, my first little project is just to make some very basic little notebooks that are not too fat and you can just pop into the pocket of a journal. Because while the photo is sometimes a little bit ugly, seeing the whole thing, once you fold it in half, it becomes not too bad. So I don't kind of mind that if you've got some industrial style, journal. I don't actually mind that. Now, these are very glossy, as you can see. If that annoys you, you can always give it a spray with a matte varnish. Quick spray, matte varnish will take the gloss off it. Just one coat would even reduce the gloss. 2 coats would get rid of it, I think. But, yeah, I'm not going to bother because I've got so many and kind of doesn't bother me with these for some reason. Okay, so all I'm doing, taking that ugly photo. This one's not too bad. Nothing great though. And I've just been stapling little scraps of brown paper bags in there. Well, I started with scraps, then I ran out, and so I've taken some brown grocery bags, usually Woolworths or Coles, something like that, and I've just scraped some white paint over the logo to hide the logo. Some of them I've left the logo because I often have, little scraps of, white papers that are small like this. These are offcuts from those bags. Little white scraps of paper, when you trim down book pages, you've always got that white strip, stuff like that, which I will cover the logos in some of them. But most of them I've just got the painty papers. So let me show you a few. And then I'll pick a few photos out and show you, they're ugly. And once you fold them, they're quite nice. Okay, these are a few I've made already. Say this one. These were some, I don't know, cliff faces or caves or something, but not sure. All rocks. So look, the photo like that is not great. I hope you can see because I know the glare is probably in the way, but that photo is not great. But look, once you fold it in half, it's quite a pretty little notebook. I really love this one. Same with this. Again, mountains somewhere. Folded in half. It's quite cute. There were quite a few like that. I don't know where this is, some canyon or something, but this one I've glued little scraps of papers over. Sometimes if it's like that, it doesn't bother me. As long as I don't see the letters, if I see like a C for Coles or W for Woolworths Supermarket, that kind of bugs me. Little pieces of the name don't bother me. Sometimes I'll cover them. But look how cute those are. This one as well. Sunset somewhere with some trees. Not a great photo. Not too bad, but not great. Folded in half. And all of a sudden, it's just super cute. So I haven't picked out photos with people and cars and stuff like that in them. I've mostly picked out nature ones. See, this photo was not a great photo. I mean, you've got a big tree trunk there. It's a bit blurry. But folded in half, I think it looks quite cute. I've also, if you notice, I've tried to mostly pick out the browns because I don't know, I think it works best with those. This is another aerial shot from a plane. Not a great photo. Folded in half, and it's lovely. Oops, I think it goes that way. As you can see, I've made a zillion because I've got so many photos. This one I really like. The photo itself is not great, but once it's in half, super cute. The rocks, I love the ones with the rocks and the mountains. I think they're my favorite. There was also some that they took photos of photos. So you can see this photo. You've got a shelf or mantle with some picture frames, and they've taken a photo of the photos. Not a great photo. I don't know who the people are, but once you cut it in half, kind of has that vintagey style to it. And it's probably one that maybe would look a bit nicer if it were sprayed with some matte varnish. More rocks. Okay, there's also a lot of the Australian outback. So a lot of dry bushland, grasses, eucalyptus trees. So this photo, I don't know what they were taking a photo of. I think there's a bird there, but I can barely see it. But folded in half, and once you've got a little Scooby snack size, they're really cute. See, that's a nothing photo. I don't know what I'd do with it. I wouldn't want to put it in a journal. It's a bit boring. But if I fold it, it's really cute. These were some ponds or marshes. That whole set of photos was a bit ugly. See that one? But folded in half as a little notebook, they're quite cute. Hope you can see with this glare. I don't know where this looks like some sort of rest stop somewhere. Anyway, so that's all I've been doing. As you can see, I've already made a whole bunch. Now, usually these sort of things I usually sew on the sewing machine, but this time I've stapled them. I couldn't be bothered sewing so many. I just stapled them. Plus, I don't think sewing the photos would give a very good effect because, you know, you can see the little pock marks. Anyway, oh, this one's pretty. Let me show you this one. See, the photo itself is not that great. What are they taking a photo of? I just don't know. But that little piece it looks really sweet. Anyway, I won't show you all of them. There's way too many. As you can see, I folded a whole bunch more that I still need to put pages in. This one, that's quite an ugly photo. Some sort of little flower. It looks like a weed to me. I don't know what it is, but once I fold it, yeah, I quite like it. This is your typical Aussie outback photo. It's a national park. So again, it meant something to the person that took the photo, but you know, it's a memory of their trip to that national park or whatever. But yeah, it's, unless you're that person that went, it kind of doesn't mean anything. I showed those. Okay, so I was actually folding these in front of the TV at night because I've got one of those little lap tables, and it's got a ridge around it, like a rim, and that makes it really quick and easy to fold the photos because I just pop it against the rim and fold it in half. If I go like this, I never line it up straight. So since I don't have my little lap table, I've got a quilter's ruler here that I'll use. I found when I was folding them without butting it against something, I have like this white bit showing from beneath. Anyway, I know this is really quick, easy little project, but it's a nice way to use your ugly photos and you don't have to have the guilt of throwing them away. It's funny because when I look through some of my old photos, the days we used to get pictures printed before digital cameras and mobile phones, I don't know why, but in all the photos I have, the really crappy photos, they're still in there. I never threw them away. So, you know, I've got pictures of, you know, their head is cut off a bit in the picture, or it's blurry, or... See, that's not great. Or things that you take a photo at the time, like say this little flower, you think, oh, that's cute, I'll take a photo. And then years later, you're going through your photo albums and you're like, why did I take that photo? It's not like it's special or something. But look at that little lily pad. It's really cute. Actually, I had a frog journal I was going to make once. I collected all this frog stuff. I never ended up making it, but maybe I could make it again and put that in my frog journal. So I thought I would make a few with you. See, these ones I really love. Rocks or mountains and caves. They had a lot of those type of photos. Okay. Maybe I've done enough. See, this one I really like. You might think that's such an ugly photo, but I think it's really sweet once it's folded in half. I don't know why folding them in half transforms them for me, but I really like them once they're folded. See, this one's really nice. Sometimes I'm too blind to even see if the photo's upside down. Now, these little notebooks, I have left them just as they are. I've just stapled my little pages in and left them. Because I've only picked out photos that I think will look cute once they're folded over. But, I mean, if you've got photos, you know, with people's heads in them and cars and traffic and all that sort of stuff, you can always embellish them. You know, glue something over the front, whatever. Okay, this is the part I really don't like, is folding the little pages. I tried to con my 9-year-old grandson into doing it, and he did about 3, and then he disappeared. It was like magic. He was there 1 minute and gone the next. Sometimes where there's little glue marks like this, when you pull the paper bags apart, you know, the handles, when you rip them off, it might leave little tear or glue marks. Those I've just been gluing some papers over. I don't mind the tear mark, I just don't like the gluey, shiny glue mark. See, like that. Don't know if you can see it. Don't mind the tear, it's just that gluey part. But that's okay. I'll just glue a little tiny scrap of paper over it. Okay, my little notebooks I've been putting in 4 pages. I mean 4 little sheets. And as you can see, I've just ripped a lot of these with a ruler and not very straight because I was in front of the TV in the dark and I'm blind. So they're not straight at all, but that's okay. These are for junk journals. You can cut them on a guillotine and make them neater if you want. Do whatever, but for me, they're junk journals. It's okay to be messy, scruffy, junky. Okay, this is the part that I'm not very good at. Even after I've made all of those, I cannot, for the life of me, line the stapler up on the fold mark properly. You'd think after doing so many, I'd know exactly where to line it up, but you'd be wrong. Okay, these two weren't too bad. You should see some of them. One staple's here, the other's out here. I'm like, what on earth? Then I have to pull it out and restaple. Actually, Kirsten from Penny Rose Journals, she uses her stapler a lot, and she lines it up perfect every time I see her staple on a crease, on a fold mark. And I said to her one day, how do you line those up so perfectly? Because I've had this stapler for years and still I can't line them up. The little pages, I don't mind if they're not folded straight. I just want the covers folded straight. Okay. And of course, use whatever paper scraps you've got in the center of them. Okay. This is one I can't tell if is it upside down. I think it goes this way. I suppose it doesn't matter, does it? Woo! 2 out of 2, straight. Not bad. Look how cute that is. I think it goes this way. So this would be the front. Actually, no. I think it's that way. I don't know. I'm going to keep it that way because I think it looks cute that way. See? Anyway, I'm not going to do all of these. I think I folded about 10 or 15 photos then. Or else I'll bore you to death. Now I do have a few other projects, like I said, on the go with photos, which I will show you over the coming weeks. this has been quite a challenge for me trying to figure out ways to use these photos. Let's pick. Okay, see, this photo is really ugly. And watch it magically transform the minute you fold it in half. Oh no, look, my pages are so wonky. It's going to hang over the edge. This is some little gully somewhere. Oop, oop. See? That one is off kilter. Can I live with it? I want to. But I can't. Okay, let me pull the staple out. Alright, all of you with pretty fingernails, don't be horrified, but I'm pulling this out with my nails since I don't have any nails. Okay, let's try again. One of them I seriously stapled about 3 times before I got it in the right spot. Okay, that's better. See? Now it's gone from an ugly gully to a cute little gully. Let's make one more. And then I'll stop boring you. I'm just super happy to be able to use up some photos and some brown paper bags, because I have a zillion brown paper bags. My daughter-in-law shops online sometimes, and I of course save all of the bags. Gee, these ones I've cut super wonky. Look at that. This one's way too tall. Let me just trim this one. As you can see, I didn't measure any of them. I didn't measure when I was cutting the papers. I just ripped them up. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. Go through your old photos, use up those crappy ones, stop hoarding them. Look, that one's so cute. Okay, I'm going to continue on until I've used up all of those ones that I've folded, all of these, but I won't bore you any longer. Actually, no, let me just show you this one before I go. One more. Everyone always stirs me about when I say I'm finished, and then one more. How I am when I eat snacks as well. Just one more. One more. Before you know it, the whole darn bag is gone. Okay. Okay, so this is the ugly garage photo. But it's going to make a super cute little notebook. You can also make them fatter if you want. I just put 4 pages because I want them quite thin so I can fit into journal pockets without bulking up the journal too much. Okay, see? It's not too bad once it's folded, is it? And turned into a little notebook. I think they're super cute. Mostly the cliff faces and the rocks and all that sort of stuff I love. Anyway, that's it. Super easy little ugly photo notebooks. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.